retro food fans. Today we are going to go back to 1966 and explore chicken tetrazzini. So easy, so good, you're going to love it. Hey everyone, I'm Jill and this is YesterKitchen, and today is all about chicken tetrazzini. It was named for an Italian soprano opera singer named Luisa Tetrazzini. Take a look. Isn't she gorgeous? And you know what? I went on Google and I grabbed some of her recordings, and she has a voice. She also loved to eat, so I kind of feel like she's my soul sister, except I can't sing. But she loved to eat, and this dish was, she was very famous towards the late 1800s, the early 1900s, and in San Francisco, they loved her. She made appearances. She was an absolute superstar. And so in the early 1900s, this dish was created for her. We don't know what chef, that's kind of got lost in history, and we don't even know if she actually tried the dish. But if she did, I'm sure she would love it. But somehow it stuck and it got ingrained in American culture. Let's get started and we'll talk about it some more. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a 1/4 cup of softened butter, and into our pan it goes. And we're just gonna let that start melting. And while that's melting, we're gonna add 1 small green pepper. And as you can see, I sliced them super thin. And in they go. And to that, we're gonna add 1½ cups of sliced mushrooms. And then we're gonna cook this for about 5 minutes, let it go. So we'll be back when it's done. Okay, so our vegetables have been cooking, and take a look. They're just starting to cook down, which is exactly what you want. You don't want them cooked all the way down or starting to brown or anything. You're just getting them started. So now to this, we need to start a roux so we can start thickening up our sauce. What is chicken tetrazzini? I forgot to tell you. It's literally a cream sauce with vegetables and either chicken. This one's with chicken, very traditional. You can also make it with turkey, you can make it with salmon. You can double the mushrooms and have a vegetarian dish. It's just pretty much whatever you want it to make. It's the cream vegetable sauce over pasta, and it's a casserole, and it's fabulous. So to this, we're gonna add 3 tablespoons of flour, and you wanna just kind of shake it around. Don't just dump it all in one place. And you want to add 2 teaspoons of salt with a ½ teaspoon of pepper. And just start cooking that around. And the butter is going to mix with the flour, and you're going to start to create a little roux going on, except you're not going to cook it that long like you would a traditional roux. You're just going to kind of get it going. And then to there, you're going to add 2½ cups of light cream, half and half. Let that start getting all mixed together and bubbly. You're going to cook this until it starts to thicken. So tetrazzini became really popular in the 50s. It became like the go-to dish, kind of like tuna noodle casserole. Remember that? It was like that, except just a little different variation. It was your typical potluck dish. People brought it to church suppers. People brought it to a sick friend. It was very, very popular. And this recipe in 1966 was kind of like an adaptation. But by then, everyone knew about tetrazzini. And it was very much a dish of the day. So we're gonna let this cook over medium heat until the sauce starts getting thick, and we'll be back when it's thick. Okay, so it's been about 5-8 minutes. Take a look at that. Our cream has thickened because of that glorious flour. We've got our veggies cooking. And by the way, when you buy a little thing of half and half for this, I know it comes 2 cups, and the recipe is 2½ cups. Just add an extra ½ cup of milk, almond milk, whatever. That little ½ cup is not gonna make a difference, so you're fine. You don't have to buy a whole big one just for an extra ½ cup. Okay, so we've got our cream sauce that is just glorious. And to that, we're gonna add 4 cups of diced cooked chicken. Now, back when Luisa Tetrazzini had this dish named after her, you can go to the market and buy a roasted chicken, but you can now make it easy on yourself. And just kind of mix the chicken in. So now we've got pimentos. Remember pimentos? They were back in our tuna noodle casserole recipe. And they are good, and they just add a very 50s thing to our dish. So we're gonna take a little 4-ounce jar. There's usually 2 jars you find in the market, a little 2-ounce one and a little 4-ounce one. We're just gonna add the 4-ounce one so we can have a lot of color. And then to that, we have 2½ tablespoons of sherry because it just adds a special something. And you're just gonna wanna just cook that and stir it around. And now, there is one more thing we need to do to make it a little bit thicker. So, I have here 2 egg yolks. Just plain egg yolks, not egg whites. You don't remember how to do a really easy egg white separation? Take a look at that video. I go through the whole thing. It takes 2 seconds and it's easy. But for now, we're going to take a little bit of our gravy, pour it into the egg yolks, and stir it up. And this way you're just kind of tempering the eggs so they don't cook. And then put it back into our mix. And that's just going to kind of really help it solidify. And I think Louisa, too bad she never tried, no, maybe she did, but it's kind of sad that there's no record because I think she would have loved this. So, now you stir this, and what we're going to do is we're going to take this out of the way and bring in part 2. So I've already cooked about 3/4 of a package of thin spaghetti. And just basic in salted water, just basic thin spaghetti. And you're just going to put it on the bottom of a casserole dish, and you want to spray Pam in it. And it's okay to use Pam because it was invented in 1961, so you're not messing with your food history at all. I know, I think I care more than you. Anyway, so we're going to turn this off, and we're going to take this glorious, glorious, glorious mixture and pour it over our spaghetti. It's looking amazing already, isn't it? See? This stuff is easy. And then you're just going to kind of make sure it's covering the whole thing. Oh, this looks so good. And last but not least, you want grated Parmesan cheese. And there's really no specific measurement. Just buy a container of it and just kind of sprinkle it on until you feel that's enough. And that's, okay, well, I've used almost all of it, so that's enough. So now in it goes to a 300-degree oven for 45 minutes, and I'll be back to show you what it looks like. So it's been 45 minutes, and we do want it on a low oven on purpose because your pasta's cooked and your chicken's cooked, so you just kind of want them to just kind of hang out together for a little while before it's dinner time or lunchtime. Anyway, the classic chicken tetrazzini, made for the opera singer who may not have ever tasted it, but has showed up in millions and millions of American homes, especially in the 1950s. Let's have some. So you just kind of dig in. And it's really hot, so I'm gonna grab my pot holder. And there we go. Ah, the spaghetti. Look at that. Bring this to a sick friend these days, and they will love you for it. It is just, I mean, it's totally filling. It is the ultimate in comfort food. Give it a try. You're gonna love it. If you'd like to explore more dishes from your childhood or just the past, I invite you to subscribe. I release new videos every Friday. In the meantime, here's a few more retro dishes for you. Because every dish, even chicken tetrazzini, has a story. I'll see you in the next video.